Hello, everyone, and welcome to the ORA Breaking Ground podcast. Today we have Akwasi as our guest. Welcome, Akwasi.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Mark, for having me.
Good seeing you again.
Akwasi, could you share with us how you came into this program?
I got involved in this ORA program. I was going through a little situation, and by the help of a Toronto police officer who was supervising and coming to my door, he was the one that introduced me to Joe and Mark, introduced me to y'all. You guys came to my house. You guys gave me the introduction and said if I stay focused and listen to you guys lead and, do everything that you guys say, could have a future in the construction field, which was the LiUNA 183. And, I took you guys' word for it. I was very happy when I heard that because I was kind of frustrated. I didn't know where the direction of at that point of my life was going at that time. So it was something, a breath of fresh air, I could say, just to hear that I could be a part of the construction business and part of a union. So yeah, we took it from there, and then once the program started, it started off with the mentorship program, and he gave us skills and taught us how to evaluate ourselves and how to diffuse situations that we go through every day that got me into the problems that I was facing in the first place, right? The wolf mentality was something that I took, that to this day I still applied in my head everywhere I go. I always remember your words. You got to be a wolf, and don't let nobody take you out of your mission and whatever that your goals that you have set for yourself. Don't let little things distract you, anger, how to control your emotions and anger, and how to let things slide that's not important, that you don't have to give time to that, and staying on your mission and being focused on what you want to do and being a wolf. So these are things that I grasped from the mentorship. All the videos we watched, Dave Goggins, and I can't remember all the names, but we watched a lot of influential things about military men, Navy SEALs, men who've been through problems and how they dealt with the situation. So I went home and I watched these videos myself. I took all this mentorship stuff, I applied it to myself. I got a chance to evaluate myself during the mentorship. I got a chance to evaluate myself and see the mistakes that I've made. Being able to listen to other people's problems and, the other individuals that was part of the programs too, bonding with them, So I saw myself in a different light from being part of the mentorship program, chipping off a lot of stuff that I knew I had to get rid of, due to, the rigorous mentorship of Joe and Mark. Yeah, and just the environment of being here was very welcoming, very loving, and gave you a chance to be who you're supposed to be in the future. So I really took a lot from the mentorship program.
How did the support that, the staff at the OR here gave you, how did that support help
from
you?
From day one, from the beginning, from once I got in, the staff was, I'm going to say, incredible, because a lot of things that I was worried about, they took care of it. As far as, my lawyer, how you guys communicated with him and let him know that this is gonna better my future. And then he did what he did for me to get into this program. So from the beginning, you guys were, you took care of a lot of things on my behalf that made it easier for me to, just the communication with the legal part of the situation. And then I was able to deal with this program stress-free, because that baggage was off. You guys took care of it, and I thank you guys for that, because I know it would have been tough if it was me doing it by myself. I probably would have been like, you know what, F this, you know what I mean? But you guys took care of it beautifully and allowed me to come to this program and really with a clear head. So I'm thankful for that, and you guys were professional about about that, dealing with that. So I commend you guys, and I want to say thank you for that.
So you go through the mentorship. You were here for 4 weeks, and then you transition to learning skills trades. Do you want to share with everyone what that was like? First day?
Well, you guys prepared us, for the training part, getting our minds right, being on time, behavior, how to deal with people, the staff. So that you guys preparing us for that was very nice, because exactly how you guys said it was how we had to approach it, going to the training. And when we got to the training, first we started with classroom, first aid, and what to expect in the construction field, right? So, they taught us you gotta have thick skin, and because it's a tough field, with different characters and all types of things. So, you got to be prepared for that, how to not let things bother you. If somebody says, hey, go do this, or says it in a way that you might seem maybe a little disrespectful, you have to learn how to stay on your mission. That's not what you're there for. You're here to focus on getting your job, getting your money, being a part of the union member, paying your dues, and just seeing the bigger picture. So I took that with me as I'm working now. So, and then as far as the training, when we started doing the practicals, our trainer, another good brother, Dave, he was my trainer. He was a very good trainer. He showed us a lot, from cement pouring, how to mix the mortar, how to inches and centimeters, measuring, how to use equipments, power tools, how to basically start your day off as if you're going to work in the field, right? So all those things we learned, and these things have helped me a lot to where I'm at right now. So the training at the 183 LiUNA facility was that 8 weeks was amazing. It's something that I'm gonna take forever. I cherish those moments. I learned something. I participated. I put my best foot forward, and I tried my best. I remember being on time, punctuality, having a good attitude, respect for the staff, and these are the things that I carried on to the facility. So
one of the things that Mark and I remember when we first met you was how badly you wanted this opportunity. A lot of people say they want opportunities, but Mark and I could sense that, this is something that, you really wanted. So we meet you, you come into the program, we mentor you, you get trained. Share with us the day you got the phone call that you had a job. What did that feel like?
First, I got an opportunity for an interview with a company. Thank you, Sarah. She helped facilitate this meeting with a Meta Home. And I had the interview, and it went well. I used the skills that that I learned from here. Eye contact, firm handshake, and just presence. And the interview went well. They called me back the same day, and they said, you know what, welcome on board. And so that's the company I'm working with right now, Meta Homes.
How did that feel when you got that phone call? Explain what was going through you when you got that call.
When I got the call, I just realized that this is going to be the beginning of this is going to be the beginning of my new career. Like how you guys told me, if you just stay patient, do what we say, everything's going to transform in your life. So, and that's the stage where I'm at now. So the transformation of my new life, I could say,
Akwasi, you were an exemplary candidate that, you're part of the ORA family now. Everyone here is very proud of you. We all saw in you, and we knew that you would succeed. And to see you working now, and everything that you've accomplished in such a short space of time, What are your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that is, like I said, I'm very grateful. I just knew that was, this opportunity that I had to humble myself first, because I don't even know where this opportunity even came from. It was like a miracle in itself that when you guys came to my house and said, "Yo, this was gonna happen," that I believed. I believed from the when I saw Joe and Mark come to my. I knew. I believed you guys. I looked at you guys and I seen the realness in you guys, and I stand up men. Like, that's why I would call you guys. Like, you guys are men. Like, you guys are not no play guys. You guys are men of, like, you know, firm men. I could see it in your eyes and see it in your body language. So I knew this was an opportunity that I knew I had to get myself right, because I didn't want to mess up this opportunity, you know, because I knew if I let this pass, I'm going to sit somewhere one day holding my head, regretting, and I didn't want that to happen. So I just stayed humble. I went under your mentorship and I listened, and that's where we're here today. You know, I'm in my LiUNA jacket, and I'm grateful, and I'm humble, and I'm happy. You know, for you guys giving me this opportunity and believing in me, and I'm grateful.
So, Akwasi, if I can ask you a question. Akwasi now, if you could speak to 18-year-old Akwasi or 20-year-old Akwasi, what would that message be? And that message could be for a bunch of other folks out in this community that have gone through the same situation you have. What would that, if you could speak to them, what would you say?
If I could go back and talk to myself at 18 years old, I would take advantage of any opportunity that's positive that came in my way. Like, sometimes you don't know an opportunity could be the changing factor of your life. And sometimes you're young and you're ignorant and you think you have more time, but you realize, like, you know, nothing is promised, right? And to the young men and boys out there and women out there, whatever, coming up, I'll tell them to, life is not a game, you know? Life is serious. You gotta work hard. You gotta focus, and you gotta learn that wolf mentality and how to not take everything, and you have to act on every situation you go through. You have to learn how to walk away from things that you're gonna wake up tomorrow and be like, thank God I walked away from that, because you don't want to go certain places in this life, because when you get to certain places, before you get out those problems, it's a struggle, and it's, you know what I mean? You don't want to ruin your reputation and your life for stupidity, you know? I just tell the young guys, just take advantage of anybody who comes in your life as a positive figure. Listen to them, because if they're coming with good intentions, sometimes you got to humble yourself and listen to them and let them show you. Maybe they have a vision for you, and maybe you don't see the vision yourself, but if good people come in your life to help you, give them the opportunity to help you and to help you get your life to where it needs to be. You know, that's the advice I'll give these young boys and girls coming up in today's society, you know? Like, life is not just what you see on TV, and, you know, you don't have to be gangbangers and whatever, you know? You could be a stand-up man, a stand-up lady, and be an honorable person in society and do right things, you know? And be a good standing citizen, a role model for other kids coming up, looking up to you. So this is I got all this from being here. Like, this opportunity made me talk like this now and see things from a positive perspective, because I don't want to go back to anything from the past. I want to go in the future straight and narrow, do the right things, and just take advantage of this opportunity that I was given by ORA and LiUNA 183. And I'm grateful for this opportunity.
Akwasi, we are very proud of you. You know, Mark and I and the team here at ORA, we always say that construction is the quickest way into the Canadian middle class. We are extremely proud of you. You know, you've worked hard for this. You've done amazing. You've actually changed your life. We're very, very proud of you. Well done. And this is just the beginning.
Yeah.
You'll achieve great things.
Proud of you.
You know, it feels good people say they're proud of you. You know, so I'm grateful. You know, sometimes you don't hear these things, so when you hear it from good people, it means a lot, and it goes deep. You know, so I'm grateful, and I'm just thank you guys. You know.
You did it, man.
Yeah, thank you so much. Appreciate you guys.
You did it.
Thank you.
You absolutely did it.
You look at where you were.
You
to
did
where
this,
you
man.
are now.
You did this.
This was in you.
tried.
We just coached you.
Our job is just
To
bring it
coach you.
out. But you did this on your own.
Yeah, because
you were with guys up there who.
I wanted this.
Yeah,
you know,
you wanted it and you got it, man.
I really.
But you know the difference with you is that drive, like that seriousness, that was you from day one.
From day
there
one,
was no
man.
messing around.
I just
from
needed
mentoring, from actually when we met you,
Yeah.
the commitment you gave us to where sitting in that room there.
Yeah, I just needed the opportunity.
Every
you know?
day.
Yeah,
You
that's all
showed
you
up.
needed,
You
man.
guys gave me the
And you were serious.
opportunity.
Yeah.
And, you know, because I said, this not gonna happen. Like this doesn't happen. Like that's like that. You know. So I was grateful. I was very, you know, and I know you guys are serious guys. That's the reason why, you know, I respect you guys is your seriousness.
We respect you, man, because you went through that program with other people and there were different outcomes. The reason why your outcomes were different was because of who you are. And the one thing that Mark and I would like for you to take away is for you to know that you're a champion. You have the strength, you have the character, you have everything to succeed. We're proud of you, man. You're proud of you. You've done something that other people can't and other people haven't. And for you to achieve that is a testament to your resilience, to intelligence.
You know, you guys remember I looked up to you guys doing this program, you know? And I see the way you guys move, the way you guys carried yourselves. Like, yo, I want to be like, I want to be honored. I want to be an honorable man, you know? So I thank you guys.
You're most welcome. And you know what? One day, many years from now, you'll see some young guy, some young lady needing a hand, and you'll pay back because you have the character, and that's the kind of person that you are too. You've been through a lot, you know, where you were in the summer to where you are now. Don't underestimate how that would take an emotional toll.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah. It's just something different, a different feeling. And I just, you know, I'm just happy, you know, that I was able to do this and I stayed focused and, you know, just listening to you guys. I knew I had to. I knew if I wanted to change my life and my direction of my life, I knew I had to humble myself. I knew I had to listen to you guys. So that's, and I told myself nothing was gonna, you know, I need this program. I need it so bad, you know. So I'm grateful.
Akwasi, why don't you share with us what your day at work is like? What time do you get up? When do you get to work? And what do you do?
I start at 6:30. You know, I get there for like 6:15. Try to get there on time, before time. Then I get my things ready. Right now I'm doing tarping for the bricklayers. So we basically we get the tarps. We go to the location where they're building the house, where they're building the wherever they're building at. And because of the weather, we put the white tarps around the house, so the layers, the laborers and the layers could stay warm. They use a propane heat in there, and then, you know, they're able to work efficiently and able to get the job done, right? So it's a good skill. I love it. It's a job. It's work. It's good work. You know. And as you work, yeah, it's a little cold, but as you're working, you know, your body's moving. You know, you don't even mind the cold anymore like that, right? But, you know, it's good work. You know, you're going up and down. You start from the bottom, the two guys at the top. Two guys at the bottom. And we're just communicating and we're working and just wrapping the whole house with the tarp. And that's it. When we finish that location, we go to another one. But sometimes, you know, one location could take the whole day, right?
What's been the most interesting thing that you've come across during your work, or something that you didn't expect?
Dealing with other people, for there's other nationalities, you have the Spanish guy, the Mexican guys, the Russian guys. There's a lot of groups, but they're tough. You can see it in their faces, like you guys said, the construction was a tough place, because these guys are serious workers. Not as tough but you can see it on their faces, like everybody's here, and then everybody knows what they're doing, and everybody's working. Like they're working, they're communicating, so everybody has to play their part to get the job done. The heights, I wasn't a heights guy, but you know what? You have to learn to put certain things aside, like fears, and once you get grip of it, it's okay. Like you could push it away, But the most important thing is always remember your safety, because that's the number one thing. You got to protect yourself, and I think the most important thing is just having a good attitude on a construction site. You know what I mean? So, because I take it as myself, this is my my first introduction to construction, so I feel like I want to earn my stripes as I go along, right? And I think the best way to do that is just work hard, be focused, and let the guys around you know that, this guy's a serious guy. We like him. He's a hard worker. And then you build your resume like from there,
Mark and I always say that construction is the fastest way into the Canadian middle class. But there's a misconception for people that don't know the industry that construction is insular and racist. Do you want to comment about that?
I have not experienced that, I've not experienced that yet. And I think it's more like, I'm always going to go back to the things what I've learned from here. I'm not going to work to care about stuff like that. Like, to tell you the truth, for me personally, I know what this job could do for my future, right? So I try to block all that stuff out, but I personally have not seen that, because on the site, I just see everybody doing their job. I see everybody. I don't really care about that. Like, to tell you the truth, like, those things can't affect me right now. Like, the way my mind is, I'm not there for that. Like, to dispute races and culture. Like, I'm here to defend working hard and taking care of my family. But as far as that, I've not seen it. I've not experienced. I've not seen it, and it's unfortunate for anybody who's had to go through that. But everybody respects hard work, even if you're a different culture, different nationality. One thing they all respect, I see, is if they see you working and they give you that look, like, this guy's working hard.
Yeah.
So that's the respect of construction. Like, even if somebody doesn't like you, but once they see, like, this guy's working hard, like, they give you that look, and like I made a couple friends just offered this, like, they came, hey, good job, buddy, and I say, I'm learning to do that too. I walk by the Russian guys, I'm like, hey, guys, you guys are doing a good job. So I just learned to interact with people. I'm not looking at nobody's culture or none or like that, and I just thumbs up, good job, and keep it moving. That's it. And that's my advice for anybody who goes into construction. Go with the mentality of work. I'm here to work hard, especially if you're new, and build your resume. Your let people see you as a hard worker, and they're gonna give you your props that you're supposed to get. Once because that's the one thing I noticed about the construction site. The only thing they care about is hard work. Like, if you're working, because everybody's watching everybody. That's one thing I noticed.
Yeah.
Everybody's watching everybody. So you better work hard, because somebody's watching all the time, And I'm not to say work hard and work carelessly and hurt yourself, but just learn to work with people and, see him working hard. Okay, I gotta carry my weight so the job could get done. That's it.
So remember all those hours when we made you sit down and drill these things into your Mark and I?
I remember everything, guys. I always think about these things when I'm working. I always think about these things, because any scenario could could pop up at any time. It's all about how you're gonna deal with the situation. You know, it's okay to be like, hey, I messed up, and my bad, and keep working, than to stop and exchange words, and it's not gonna, because you're not gonna win, especially if you're new. You know, you just got to put in your work hard, work smart, be a team player, and you're gonna go far.
So here's a question. With this opportunity, how has it changed your family?
So far, you know, the change is coming, because now it's not the planning time of learning how to, you know, do, you know, planning, and you gotta, you know, you're gonna make money, but you gotta know what you're gonna do with your money and how you're gonna put in the right places, because you're not gonna work hard and have nothing to show for it, right? So you gotta be smart with your money. But as far as my family, like, you know, I know they're gonna be good. You know, I could support them, buy the things they need to grow up in today's society and be, you know, and to have a happy, productive life. So that's just the main, you know, the main objective is to work hard and make sure your family is taken care of and you have something to show for it, you know. My mom, she's happy. I went to see her the other day. I was after work, and she couldn't stop looking at my uniform, you know. So that made me feel good. Like, she couldn't believe it. Like, you know, she's an African lady, so, you know, so you're really working? I said, Mommy, I'm working. Outside we're doing. I'm like, yeah, I'm working. And you know, so she's happy. My brother's happy. Everybody around me that knew my sister, they're, you know, the ones who genuinely love me, they're happy for me right now. So I don't want to disappoint them, and I don't plan on going backwards. I just plan on going forward with the mentorship of Mark and Joel, keeping these things in my back of my head and just going and take it to where I'm supposed to go, you know, and the future looks bright. So I'm grateful.
Congratulations, Akwasi.
Thank you so much, Joel.
Deserve
Thank you, Mark.
everything that comes your way. Every good thing that comes your way.
Yeah.
You've worked for it.
Yeah.
You deserve
You've earned it.
every success. You've
Well
earned
done.
it. Well done.
Thank you.
Well
I
done.
appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for giving me this opportunity. Thank you for choosing me and making me part of your program and accepting me and with all my flaws and, you know, working on me and helping me get to where I'm at right now. So I want to thank you guys for that, you know, for being good mentors. And then I just want to tell anybody that comes into this program is to just be humble, man. Don't come here. Don't come with that. Wherever you're coming from, it's cool. But once you come here, you got to learn to be humble. That's the one thing I always say. You have to learn how to be humble and learn to take, you know, somebody's going to lead you to success. You got to be humble and let them help you get to where you need to go. You know, you can't come here with all that attitude and street stuff. The time comes, you gotta put that stuff aside, you know, because life is real. You know, this is real life. There's an opportunity to better yourself. So just please, just come here with a wolf mentality to learn and just take correction. And, you know, it's okay to be wrong and say I made a mistake, I'm sorry. And it's not all the time you need to show how tough you are, you know, because you know you're tough, but life is tougher, you know, and sometimes you got to humble yourself and let the people who's going to help you to get to where you need to go. So that's just my advice to anybody that's going to be part of this program is just to humble yourself and let the people who's going to help you the way they're supposed to. And you're going to get to where you're supposed to go in life.